Hey everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. The sun is out. It is a smidge after 4 o'clock. I am on fire today. This is the second recap I did today, but let's get right to it. So on General Hospital, it is the next day. Unlike today, where it's the day of. Oh, I'm so good. Sorry, I'm on fire today. So at Crimson, Sam comes over, and her and Maxie talk. She's going to throw Sam an amazing baby shower. Maxie stumbles upon the envelope that Dr. Lee wrote with the secrets inside. Sam and Jason have decided to wait to find out the sex of the baby, but Maxie can't wait for anything, even though, child, but I know, star's not your favorite. Say hello. Yeah, Maxie can't wait for anything, no matter whose business it is. So Sam gets a call, and Maxie says that she can take it in Nina's office, and Maxie is left alone with the envelope. And I was like, oh, Maxie, please don't infringe on someone's personal choice. At General Hospital, Dante and Lulu are waiting for the test results to see if she's Charlotte's mother, and of course my light goes out un second. So Dante and Lulu are waiting to see the test results to see if Lulu is Charlotte's mother, and of course Griffin is the doctor involved. Poor Griffin, he can't get away from this if he tried, although he probably wants to be a part of this. I can't. So Griffin doesn't have any answers yet. Lulu appreciates Griffin that he tried to protect Charlotte, even though she doesn't know yet if she's her mother, like, definitively. And they're having the test done blindly by 2 different lab groups, so there will be no tampering. Lulu acknowledges how hard this is on Dante, and Griffin comes back with the results. So she is Charlotte's mother, and Lulu is in disbelief. At Ava's place, Julian is there. Alexis is there. It's so much fun. Ava is being super snide to Alexis, and Alexis tells Ava that, because Ava's like, let's have some Bloody Marys to celebrate, and Alexis is like, isn't it too early for a cocktail? And plus Julian's on pain medication, so probably shouldn't be drinking. So Alexis is like, look, I'm just here to make sure he's okay, and you could literally kill him if you mix those pain medication with alcohol. So then she leaves to give them some time. Alexis leaves to give them some time, aka talk herself through it and remind herself that she could lose her law license if she doesn't do this, and then she spikes her coffee. So Ava continues to give Julian a hard time about Alexis, and she says Alexis is his blind spot and he should walk away. So Alexis walks back in. Julian is sleeping, and Ava tells her she knows the truth, and Alexis, literally can't right now, and tells Ava not to be all judgy, and Ava says she knows what she did. Alexis is like, I'm not buying into it. I'm not gonna, make a big declaration. So Ava says that she knows Alexis ran Julian down, and Alexis is like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then Ava says Julian told her, and, doesn't that break their deal? Yeah. So Alexis confronts Julian, who was so not sleeping, and Ava is still giving them both a hard time, that there's something they're not telling her. What's it her business? Literally. Ava grabs Alexis's purse and it falls, and there's a bunch of empty and not empty liquor bottles. So there's your answer, Ava. Hope you're happy. At the Metro Court, Jason and Curtis are going through their notes. Carly gets them some coffee, and she checks in with Jason again. Curtis interjects, and Carly leaves. Not in a rude way. He just, gets them back on topic. Maybe the actual Chinese food bag can help them instead of the contents, since they're kind of drawing a blank there. So Curtis isn't about to go dumpster diving again. And Jason says that they need to figure out where the bag came from, and Curtis thinks it's a generic bag, but there's an address, so they head out to that address. At Sunny's place, Nell brings over the ornaments for the tree because Carly asked her to, and Nell she starts, putting some ornaments up, and then questions if she should be trimming the tree, and she brings up what happened between her and Sunny, and then Carly comes over, so that doesn't get talked about. So Carly hands Sunny an ornament to hang up. Now Carly and Sunny are hanging up ornaments. So Sunny, So I'm not sure if they called Carly's phone or Sunny's house phone, and Carly just answered, to be quite honest with you. But Carly answers the phone, and it's from Atlanta, and it's about Nell, and it's about the job recommendation or the job. So Carly's blindsided and winds up getting off the phone because she's like, Nell works for me and I have no idea what you're talking about. So Nell says it's a mix-up and she's not leaving. It was a misunderstanding. Sunny heard her talking to Avery about wanting to be a teacher again and took it on his own and ran with it and got her this teaching job in Atlanta. But she wants to stay in Port Charles, and Carly doesn't want her to feel obligated to stay and give up her dreams. And Nell's like, no, I already feel like this is my real home. And Sunny's sitting there literally like that look, you know, that look on your face when, like, you know someone's lying to someone else and that someone else doesn't realize they're being lied to? Yeah, that face. At 13 something something Van Ness Street, wherever Jason and Curtis are headed. Jason and Curtis go to that address, haha. And it's not a Chinese place, it's a pawn shop, and like a super sketch one too. I mean, to be fair, I've never been inside a pawn shop, and I've seen no pawn shop shows, but it's just very dark in there. Like, I feel like there should be more light. It's like how Hot Topic used to be in the early 2000s as opposed to how they are now. So anyway, so there's a guy there, and they ask the guy if he can look at the photos. So nothing and no one looks familiar in any of the photos, and Jason takes the tools out, and none of it looks familiar, but he recognizes a plastic bag. So apparently there were boxes of them in the back room when he took over, and he's been using them because they were free, but the guy could have gotten the bag anywhere, you know, sometimes they're just outside. And Curtis looks at the pocket watch while Jason looks around. So there's a tool set missing a tool, wire cutters to be exact, and Jason takes the tools out that he brought with him, and the wire cutters match exactly to that tool set. So what, do they just pick a different tool from each tool set so it like can't be tracked to them? Because that's pretty genius, right? So now end scene. So Sam agrees to the baby shower, but like a small one, not like the kind Maxie would throw for herself, you know? So Maxie kept the envelope, and it would be really not right to do like a surprise gender reveal. Like, if people decide that, and that's already, you know, but if people decide they don't want to know until the baby's born, like, that's their business, and like, you can't force that on someone for them to know that. Like, so I don't know, I hope she rethinks this whole thing or doesn't do that. Ava gives Alexis a hard time, and I'm just sitting here. Okay, full disclosure, I'm not an Ava fan, okay? But, you know, when he recaps, obviously, like, I gotta, you know, give y'all what happened, because, you know, it wouldn't be fair for me to, like, omit it, because, like, hello. But anyway, like, she's giving Alexis a hard time, and I'm just sitting there going, oh my god, you literally murdered Connie Falconeri for, like, no reason, and you covered for Paul for, like, no good reason. I know, technically, he had the recording, and this, that, and the other thing, but, like, I mean, she could have given someone a heads up and pointed them in Paul's direction without it coming back to her. Like, I don't know. But anyway, so Ava says that she's going to go to the cops and tell them exactly what happened, that Alexis was drunk, and then send her to prison where she belongs. And I was like, okay, if Alexis belongs in prison, then you belong in there too. Like, I don't understand this mentality Ava has where she's done nothing wrong, even though she's done a lot wrong. And, like, I can't. She just, you know, that feeling that you can't describe, but you just feel it in your core. I'm on fire inside. So Dante preps, I mean, he for a custody battle, but he's, like, super, not, I mean, he's just, I wouldn't say sad, but he's muted almost, like his personality is muted. That's the best way I could put it. And Dante's gonna call Diane. She doesn't really do family stuff, but she could recommend, or she could. But Lulu checks in with him, and, you know, how does he feel about this? Is he with her in this? Can he love Charlotte like a father? Personally, I mean, first of all, there's a lot of reasons that this should go the way it should go, but, like, the pettier reasons are, if, you know, she can get over his affair, then he can, you know, get over this obstacle, even though it's nowhere near the same thing. Those are the petty, irrational, whatever reasons that, you know, immediately get pushed aside. Like, they pop up in your head for a second, and you're like, nah, you can't compare those. But I think the better reasons that Dante will be able to love Charlotte like she's his own is because it literally runs in his blood. I mean, Sonny's first son, Michael, you know, isn't his, but he loves Michael. I mean, like, he loves Michael like his own, like, and to the point where even his own son Morgan felt that he loved Michael more. You know, that's why I did first, because technically, I mean, you could say Morgan is his firstborn son, but, you know, whatever. Technicalities doesn't matter. Adoption is just as legitimate as any other way. So anyway, So, yeah, it literally runs in his blood, and I think he will love Charlotte like his own and step up and be there for her. I have no doubt about it, really. I really don't. I mean, I think he's in shock right now. Anyone would be. He's human. But I think once that fades, he's ready to fight, you know? So Avery's up, and Carly's going to go get her because she misses her. And Pawn Shop Guy doesn't know how that could have happened. How did that tool get out of there? I just don't know. And someone is watching them question him through the security camera with audio, and Jason gets like super serious with the guy because he's like, someone I love died because something that had to do with these tools, so you might want to tell me. So oy, so much stuff. Yay, we're here. Okay, so that is it for today's General Hospital. I will see you tomorrow or Friday morning. I got a rush order that I gotta get out, and I'm going to like this dinner party thing tomorrow, so don't be surprised if it winds up being Friday morning that tomorrow's recap comes out. But after the new year, I mean, it's just so busy. It's so busy. I'm drowning in yarn, everybody. I'm drowning in yarn. So much yarn. This is gorgeous. I'm gonna make something with this. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow and or Friday for more General Hospital, and I hope you have a great day.